So today's the first in-season content update for Season 2 of MLB The Show 24 Diamond Dynasty. There was a lot that went wrong in Season 1, content-wise. I've made it very clear in multiple videos, especially in my main video. I think I titled it MLB The Show 24 is Ruined. Go check that out. But anyway, there was new content today, and there's actually a lot that's pretty promising considering changes. Still a long ways to go before this game is a lot better than what it should be. But ultimately, can't hate progress, so let's get into it. So looking at the calendar, we got two new programs. We got an Architects program and a London Series program. We got a new headliners, which is Juan Marichal. On Friday, we have Season Awards Drop 2, and we have two new Conquest maps. So as I said before, we have two new programs. Starting with the Architects program, we have 4 exclusive cards. Starting out with this 89 overall Fernando Tatis Jr. And look, this is a great 89 overall card. 125-98 versus lefties, 83-82 versus righties. Of course, the vision and the discipline is not nearly as good as the other stats. Clutch is at 112, that helps him a lot. Defensively, he's not a great defender and can only play short on this version, but he has a really good arm and he has really good speed. This is a nice free card to get for this stage in the season. We also have an 89 overall Ronald Acuna Jr. rookie card, 81-87 contact, 80-90 power with 103 clutch. Vision and discipline are 51 and 62, so kind of the same as Fernando Tatis Jr., except a worse hitter. And he also has really good arm strength, not the best defense, and he also has really good speed. Moving along, we have an 87 overall Mike Napoli. This is a really nice catcher card for this early in the season. Contact is not the best. 80 contact versus righties, 65 contact versus lefties. With Mike Napoli cards, you're always going to get high power with 105 power versus righties, 110 power versus lefties. Also has pretty good discipline at 102. The clutch is 75. And the vision being 48 is pretty low. And defensively, he is god-awful. 58 fielding, 65 arm, 72 accuracy, 62 reaction, 78 blocking, which isn't terrible, but it's still not great. He can play catcher and first, but Mike Napoli cards are always just insane with that swing. He has such a good swing. And then the first card is this Tim LeCastro. I never thought we would get a Diamond Tim LeCastro. 97-82 contact, 55-67 power, with 82 vision, 53 discipline, and 106 clutch. This card is not good, really, hitting-wise. Contact is not terrible. Contact right and clutch is pretty good. But, this guy's just a pool noodle at the plate. He can't hit anything. Solid vision, though, And, of course, you know what you're getting with Tim LeCastro. Maxed out speed and stealing and base running aggressiveness. Can play left, center, and right. Defensively, also not the best. So the way you get progress in the Architect program is you have moments. You have 1 moment for each player. That's going to get you to 12. That'll get you a Tim LeCastro. And then you have these PXP missions with Cornerstone Captains, with LeCastro, Napoli, and Acuna. These 3 are non-repeatable. The Cornerstone Captains are repeatable. So I highly recommend you use Luis Castillo because pitching PXP is so much quicker than hitter PXP, and you can only have 1 at a time. So just exchange it in for Luis Castillo and grind with Luis Castillo, and that'll go by so much faster. You have stat missions with high-speed hitters. Okay, these are just the captain. I'm assuming these are just what the captain boosts are for the Cornerstone players, so you can get, stats with them. General stat missions, steals with Diamondbacks, extra base hits with Rangers, homers with outfielders, hits with shortstops, and then there's an optional extreme moment. So on Hall of Fame with Fernando Tatis Jr. and 3 hits and 2 extra base hits, hopefully the pitcher is a lefty in this game. That will make it so much easier considering his stats. But overall, the Architects program is not bad. Next, we have the London Series program, and at the end of the London Series program, we have a choice pack for all of these players. Now, you're not gonna, you're not guaranteed the rare round, but, you at least get one of these players. So, starting with the rare round, we have 91 overall Bryce Harper, 80-82 contact, 103-77 power. So, overall, not a terrible hitter. 59 vision, a little low, 85 discipline, 120 clutch. That helps out tremendously with that contact. And the contact isn't even terrible either. That clutch kind of helps this card out like a ton. Defensively, not amazing. Can play the entire outfield, first base, primary, of course, as he's moved there permanently. Speed is, not bad for a first baseman. We have Brandon Nimmo from the Mets. 81, 85 contact, 86, 89 power with 74 vision, 104 discipline, and 106 clutch. So pretty balanced hitter across the board. The clutch certainly helps him with those contact numbers. Again, not terrible, but it definitely helps. Defensively, he's silver across the board. He's going to be like serviceable. He's not going to be a problem, but he's not going to be anything special. The speed is pretty solid, though, for an outfielder at 76. And then we also have the base tier with Orion Kerkering, reliever, slurve, sinker, four-seam. This card is pretty good for the base tier. 100 hits per 9, 101 pitching clutch with 87 Ks per 9. Good velo and break. Does have outlier in the two-seam. Control is pretty good. Break is pretty good as well. This is definitely my choice in the base tier. I mean, we have a Mark Vientos, 192 versus lefties, 75-84 versus righties, with 65 vision, 56 discipline, and 97 clutch. Defensively, he's like pretty solid, not terrible. Can play third, first, and short. And then we have David Dahl, and I can safely say that Orion Kerkering is the pick in the base tier. 92-91 versus right, 77-66 versus left. Vision and discipline, again, not great. The clutch is pretty good. Defensively, speed is pretty solid. If he has the same swing as his Rockies card from last year, this card could actually be pretty decent. So the way this program works is you just do moments. You get 5 moments for 3 a pop, and then it gets you to 15, and then you need 35 more points with all these missions with Phillies and then with Mets. So Phillies and Mets will help you get to this pack. And one thing to note is that this pack is in the show shop. The pack in the program is non-sellable. So basically what they're doing is they're taking players from a pack in the store and giving you one for free that you can grind for, which is of course better than what it was in season 1, where for example the Mexico series, when it was the Rockies and the Giants, it was just 4 players in a pack in the store, and that was the only way you could get them or on the market. This is at least progress from before, getting one of them for free. So I mean, I'll take that. And then lastly, we have a new headliner. It is 91 overall Juan Marshall from the San Francisco Giants. His cards are never even really that good in this game. It's such a shame that a bunch of these older pitchers are never good in MLB The Show. It's just they have such long windups and their pitch mixes aren't that good. For example, Juan Marshall, but on paper, he also isn't that good on paper. 87-65 per 9s is not good. The pitching clutch does help him out though. Control is elite and the break is pretty good, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't really mess with Juan Marshall cards. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys are new here, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But most importantly, make sure you subscribe on here on YouTube. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.